more energy. It was nice. It was a good feeling.
Good. And everything stems from that. So like, were you a customer into Heart and Soul first? Or did you know Jolena?
I came in as a customer, then a client, and now a distributor.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, that's how we really grow. We always connect with the people who love the energy and then actually take the steps forward to work on themselves. And as you're getting results, it's almost like it's like energetically attractive for people to want to do what you're doing and like helping other people the same way, right?
Yeah.
So for today, we're going to talk a little bit more about the steps to be behind the bar. So it's really awesome because there's a lot of opportunity and there's a lot of growth. And it's like it's very different. Like our structure behind the bar is very different than like most businesses out there. But again, it's different because it's most beneficial for the operators behind the bar, and it's most beneficial for the customers walking through the door and the space and team as a whole. Okay, so not anyone individually, but the team, you know? So I do want to start like at that, like on that sort of topic, because that's what really, when you walk into Heart and Soul, that's why it feels different than walking into any other cafe or coffee house. That's why, you know, like that vibe in there, it comes from a certain energy behind the scenes. Okay, so in that energy behind the scenes, we all come into the space and the club, the cafe, with a lot of different priorities in a specific order. Okay, so when we're behind the bar, we always come in with number one priority is like what's best for Heart and Soul. So what that means is like what's best for the cafe in general, what's best for the customers, right? So anything that we say comes through that priority first, right?
Right.
And then the next priority is what's best for the team. So like you, Court, Debbie, Joe, like as a whole, everything that you say, every decision you make is like what's best for the team, right?
Right.
And then right under that, the third priority is like what's best for Herbalife, like the integrity, the ethics, like the whole. Have you been to a success training seminar yet?
I have not had the time to go.
Okay, no problem. So Joe will give you the date for the next one, but that's where you're going to connect with the whole greater team. And what's amazing is that the feeling that you feel in Heart and Soul is actually coming from a bigger company that has the same ethics, same values. It's just a lot more of us spreading this health and wellness all over the world. So when we come with the priority, like, okay, let's do what's best for the company too, like let's represent the brand the same way, it has that same sort of effect, right? And then, of course, you're always a priority. So making sure that you're taking care of yourself, like really on your own results, like energetically, mindset-wise, like that's also a priority, okay? So every decision we make comes from that little flow so that we're all in the same alignment, okay? We're all aligned to making sure that the growth is coming from that place, right? Because it would feel different. It would feel different if like someone was behind the bar just for themselves and they were talking to your client. They weren't giving your client the same attention as they were their clients. It would feel different, you know? So that's why we have those priorities so that everybody, whoever's client they are, if it's their first time, if it's their 100th time, like we're really giving them that same sort of love across the board, right? That continuity of like support, okay? So just wanted to start with that piece because it's the most important. We're always going to reiterate that. We're always going to be able to, mastermind with your crew in Heart and Soul, like what's best for everybody, what's best for the customers, because your voice matters. So like as you become like part of the bar staff behind the bar, like it's not that like one person's opinion matters more. There's no seniority. Like yes, people come with their experience, so they're sharing opinions based on their experience, but everyone's voice matters back there, okay? That's also what makes it so different than a lot of other like jobs and things like that, okay? Because it's really that team aspect. So Seth just wanted to go over some of the specific steps we have now to be behind the bar, right? There's a few steps, and then we'll go over more detail about the pay structure behind the bar.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so first off, congratulations again for being a part of the team. Such an amazing, amazing transition. How many clients do you have so far?
That is the hard part. I have some family and close friends, but it's hard for me to try and branch out because I'm kind of one of those introverts, so it's hard to reach out.
No problem. So I'm the same way. My background is engineering, so like super shy, like very same way. We're gonna grow together. So we have like our weekly coaches calls to help support you in getting more clients, getting the confidence to talk to other people. So we'll totally support you with that piece of it. And then you won't be doing it alone. So like the calls that we do, like you can have Joe on a 3-way call with you in person. If she's busy behind the bar, like totally use me. Like we're all here to support and mentor you together, okay? So let me go ahead and share these steps so you can visually see while I'm going through them, all right?
Okay.
Do you see these?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we just created a checklist. And then after this call, we'll add you to the Telegram group that has this picture in it, so you can save it on your phone too, okay? So a few of the things, and you've actually done already some of these things, which is awesome. So you already get to check some things off. But we want all of these things checked off before you can start completely making the maximum amount of profit behind the bar, all right? And it's all intentional so that you come and like are getting the skills, all right?
Okay.
So number one, you already have this piece, but results on the products. So congratulations again on the 5 pounds, and the results. The results never stop. So your energy is consistently going to be going up. Like you're going to be seeing different results, like overcoming different plateaus in the gym or running, everything like that. Whatever your goals are, we're going to be consistently making progress. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to practice packaging your story. So on our client call is a great way to practice that, and with some of the customers already coming in to Heart and Soul. So it's basically 30 seconds of sharing what your results are. So you can write this down. It's broken down into how you felt before that you started with Heart and Soul and the transformation program at home, and then the results that you had.
Okay.
Okay. And you can work with, like, Courtney is great at sharing her story, so she can definitely teach you as well how to practice that. Okay. So the next piece is probably one of the most important pieces, because as Heart and Soul is already built and there's a lot of customers coming in through the door already, because this isn't a job, because your business can grow on the back end with clients at the same time you're making money behind the bar, it's super important to add value to the space with marketing. Okay, so marketing, and this is the part that we were talking about confidence and talking to more people. Like you, Courtney, and Devin are going to be doing this piece together. So it's more going to be fun when you go into the marketplace. Okay, you guys are having fun together, and then you're also inviting people to the life that you live at the club, right? Like they can have a tea and smoothie, like they can feel the energy, all of those different pieces. In the Telegram thread, I've sent a few sample messages to do on social media, and then I'm about to, after this call, do a video on how to do a face-to-face one, so you can kind of copy and emulate that with your own.
Okay. Awesome.
So it'll be required to give out 2,000 invite cards,
Okay.
and then 5,000 in your first month. Okay, and it's simple when we break it down per day according to your schedule. Okay, so don't get intimidated by the number. It's more like, hey, like you can, super simple with the 3 of you guys going out together to get 100 out each a day in an hour. Okay, and we've done it out here too. We actually did it in the freezing cold. We started in the cold, and we still were able to accomplish this piece. So I know you guys can do it there. All right. And then the next piece, some of these things you'll learn as you shadow behind the bar with Joe, as Devin is shadowing today. You're going to learn how to talk about each product served behind the bar. So all of the boosters, all of the teas, all of the smoothies, the languaging that we use so it makes the most sense for the customer.
Okay.
And then as we're working on all of these different pieces, we do want to do like a making sure you're building a client base outside of the nutrition bar. Okay, so it's great you're already working with people, which is awesome. So how many people specifically are on program so far?
I have I'm about to have 3 so far.
Awesome. So the minimum is 5 clients. So you're already almost going to check that one off too, right? So it's cool because as you move up the marketing plan and supervisor, that 50% is on this list too. But your profit behind the bar and your profit with clients are going to go up when you hit supervisor. Okay? So what's cool is because as you continuously get clients, you could be making, a good like $200 behind the bar on your shift, and a client reorders in that same time period, and you just all of a sudden made $300.
Wow.
So it's really cool that like there are different ways to get paid because it's not dependent on specifically time when you have clients.
Okay.
And then as you're getting these invite cards out, as you're spreading the word, we call it, to your existing like friends and family, we're going to schedule a time to do your grand opening. And so as you, Courtney, and Devin are really starting this process together, it might be cool if you guys are on the same path to choose the same time. So what it would look like is, say it's like a Thursday night from like 4 to 6, you invite all of the people in your life and some of the people that you're meeting to come into Heart and Soul to try it out. And that's what we would call your grand opening. So it's your coming out behind the bar. Heart and Soul had its own grand opening, but you get to have your own too. And it's like having this ownership behind the bar. So as we're out in the marketplace and as you're talking to people, you get to share that heart and soul as if it's your own. So Jo, is the only one on the lease for the place, and she put a lot of the sweat equity before the grand opening. Now, as you guys are starting to come behind the bar, you guys get to have that same sort of ownership without putting the financial investment sheet in. So this is an amazing opportunity. So you get to go out in the marketplace and say like, hey, I'm a co-owner of Heart and Soul Nutrition. I'd love to have you come in and visit me and come and try out a tea and a smoothie.
Okay.
When you speak about it that way, your energy about the space changes. Because like we said, like you're part of the team and your voice matters back there. So this ownership piece is super important. So when everyone comes and sees that you're now a co-owner of the space, like it gives you all of this confidence, and some of those people might start on programs such as Grand Opening.
Okay.
Some of them might come in every day after that because they're super excited that you're a big part of it,
Yeah.
So we'll plan that grand opening with you. And then as we're doing all the marketing piece, it is important that we know the back end flow for the business. So know how, like you're learning the piece how to get clients. That next is how to get preferred members, which are just basically VIP clients at a discount, registered with the company under you, and then how to get distributors. So you're going to be learning this piece as your shadow and mastering this flow of business. The inviting language, providing them with like the shake and having them come back, enrolling them in the transformation program, becoming a customer preferred member, and then having your first distributor go through those first 10 steps that you're going through now. So each of these steps, you're not on your own. Like we don't really expect you, like Seth, like you're not like, all right, bye, like go figure it out. No, we're doing it with you. So just like I'm doing this call with you for Jo, we're both going to be doing some of these pieces with you so that you can learn from how we talk about it, and then you can just copy what we say with your own flavor and own personality. Okay? So it's this idea that you're learning from how we're doing it with your people. And that piece is cool because you start making money right away. You don't have to wait for a specific amount of time for you to be able to make money with these clients and distributors. So
Right.
we're going to be training you as you're making money. Okay?
Okay.
So as you move up the marketing plan to be behind the bar, it's important that you hit that supervisor position.
Okay.
Okay? So that's going to be a 50% profit because that's the maximum amount of retail profit you can earn. And so it makes sense behind the bar for you to maximize your profit.
Okay.
What that looks like is going to be either 10 people, it'll be about 10 to 14 people on a 150 to 200 volume point order.
Okay.
Okay, so you have on you're getting your third one. Our goal is to get the 14th. And you're totally going to smash that. Because some of the invite cards that you hand out when they come into the space, if they want to get started on a program, they'll be your client.
Okay.
And then we want to be shadowing behind the bar, like we mentioned. So as Devin is shadowing right now, like you could start shadowing there too. Okay?
Okay.
And this last piece is the training. So a lot of the messaging that and like the language and the confidence that we obtain is going to be from these meetings and trainings because they help us actually grow. Okay.
Okay.
So Joe will let you know the one in September. I think she might have sent it out already. She'll give you the exact date, but it's in September, so you can kind of plan it out ahead of time, right?
Yeah.
I know it was a lot of information. Just wanted to explain each of these points so you know like the reasoning behind it, why we do it, and how it can benefit you both in your own business and behind your bar. Okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions about anything we just went over?
No, you pretty much hit them nail on. You did good.
Okay, awesome. All right. So, and I'm always here too. So if you're like at one of those checkpoints, you're like, I need help with this one like all the time, I'm going to be in that chat with you guys and always like ready to help with you, okay?
Okay.
With the calls, with the new distributors, with the invites, any of that, okay?
Okay.
So, and like all it is really just being like literally going through those steps and then being behind when you're behind the bar, just like being excited because it's like for me when I started my whole journey and everything, I worked full time as an engineer. So being a part of this whole team and everything was such a contrast for me energetically, and like I was having so much fun that like it was attractive to a lot of people coming in through the doors because they could feel that I was genuinely having a good time.
Right. Okay.
So as much as we're going over these small things, like it is super important that like you do voice your opinions. You're continuously having fun behind the bar.
Yeah.
Like you've seen the videos and probably gone into Heart and Soul sometimes when Courtney and Joe are like dancing behind the bar, like like it is a family, it is a team, like it is like having that fun piece really big in there. So next thing I wanted to go over is going to be the pay structure, okay?
Okay.
And then we'll go over like inventory and specifics. So the pay structure, right now the average membership for Heart and Soul is $12, okay?
Okay.
So it's what we call a 40 and 60% split, okay? So right now you're not like Heart and Soul has a few bills, right? Like they have to keep doors open with rent, they have a light bill, there's like the new sign outside, there's new floors, like there's certain things that are needed to keep everything, all the Abundant Life inventory, all like the cups and everything. You don't have to worry about that. And some of each transaction is required to go back so that the Heart and Soul can keep going, right? So it can be your method of making money. So that would be 40%. So $5 out of the $12 back to the cafe.
Okay.
Other $7 goes straight to that. Goes straight to you, all right?
Okay.
And what we've noticed is that, like, as you're behind the bar, you're going to be purchasing all of your own products back there. Because when you do it that way, you're making the most amount of money and you're actually getting volume with the company too.
Okay.
So out of that $7, $3 goes back to reinvesting into your inventory or your cost of goods, right? And $4 goes straight into your pocket.
Okay.
Straight profit. All right. So that's just one person who came in, right? So like 2 minutes, you made $4, right? So like the opportunity for how much you make behind the bar is incredible, right? So look at that $4. Right now, on a low day, on a slow day, there are 41 people that come in on a 6-hour shift. The slowest day that's happening. Okay? So if you do 41 times 4, it's $164 straight profit.
Wow.
That's almost $30 an hour. And then you get to keep all the tips.
Wow.
Okay, so we have all these small steps to get there, but the opportunity, and that's a slow day. Joe was telling me about like Mega Tea Mondays, like she's brought in them thousands and thousands of dollars. So the opportunity is amazing, and that's just the 6 hours you work behind the bar, like for that one shift.
Right.
Just imagine if your clients that you have are ordering while you're back there behind the bar, you're still making extra income. Okay.
Wow.
So it's always like we have a tracker sheet that's going to help you make sure that you're always separating the money that goes to the house, like to the house is the heart and soul, and then you're separating what goes into cost of goods. So as you make that step and finish this checklist and you are actually behind the bar, we'll do another call to go over how to fill out the sheet so that you're smart when you're behind the bar to reinvest, so you can continue. That's your bread and butter back there, right? Like you have to have something to sell, so it's going to be methodical in a sheet. It's going to do it all for you. All right. So, do you right now? Where do you like? What is your availability? Do you work somewhere full time or part time or?
I work generally full time, anywhere between sometimes 7 days a week.
Okay.
So I should be having almost a 2-week vacation here in September. So that's when I'll come in and start doing some shifts.
Oh, perfect. What do you do?
I do, I'm a receptionist for a consulting firm type of thing.
Do you like it?
No, I absolutely dread every day.
So, and we can do more of a mentoring call too as you're going through all these steps to see what it would take to maybe cut down those shifts, and then what it would take to, completely be able to let go of it. We don't ever just like quit.
Right.
We do it smart so that you can keep your lifestyle and make more money, but happiness is super important too. Like the well-being of success is like number one for your life,
right?
So we're always here to help like break that down so that you feel good about waking up every day. Like that shouldn't be a luxury. That should be the standard of life,
Yeah.
And that's how I transitioned out of engineering into more business building and have I own this one here. And so like whatever your goals are, we can teach you from working part-time at Heart and Soul to working full-time to like even owning your own if you want to in the future. Like anything is possible. Like the growth in the company piece is like, we love that because we want people who are connected. And when you expand, it would be your own name. It would be like your own flavor, your own decorations, like all of that would be, we would work with you on how to do that, like smart, of course, but like it's your flavor, So Joe did the same thing. She came out here when we opened at the end of February, and she took it, and she already had done all of those steps on the sheet, so she was ready to open up her home where she lives. So just know that's all possible. Okay? So as you start off, I just want to give you a breakdown. It's the shifts behind the bar are very similar to, say, a barbershop or a salon. where all the stylists rent out their chair.
Okay.
Right? So they own all of the product to sell. They make all the money with like the haircut that they do or style or blowout or color or whatever. Right? They make like their money on it, but they're renting out that chair. So you're renting out your station. So for part-time, it's only $100 a month.
Okay.
For that is 1 to 2 shifts a week, which is about 4 to 8 a month. Okay. And as you saw, like you literally make more than that in one shift. So it's like, you know, and then full time is $200 a month.
Okay.
And that is 3 to 4 shifts, 3 plus, depending on, you know, what's the availability for everybody a week. And that's 12 to 16 a month.
Okay.
So it's super simple. It's super simple, but it's required to have that investment ahead of time so that you rent out your space. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay. And then the last thing I want to talk about is that piece of inventory. Okay. So while we're, this is really, really cool because you can make a lot of money and you get a lot of volume with the company. So you can qualify for vacations. Like we actually have one starting in the fall. So like as you transition into working behind Heart and Soul, you could totally qualify.
Okay.
So like we literally go for all like fully paid for vacations, like all of these different things through the company, right?
Okay.
So that's why like it's important to have the shakes and everything from your personal website behind the bar. So you're getting that. Okay.
Okay.
So there is a stock, like Joe has a list of inventory of what to buy fully behind the bar. Okay. And what she's done is she's done it in like increments. So as you're working behind the bar, as you're shadowing and doing all of those steps, right? Like if you get 14 clients and hit supervisor, you're making over $1,000.
Right. Okay.
You can use that to invest into getting your inventory, right? And then you would make triple that money behind the bar, right?
Right.
And depending on your financial situation, she has made steps in order to purchase your whole one. So the first step, as you're working behind the bar, is going to buy the most popular items.
Right.
Okay. And so she has a list of that. It's basically all 3 flavors of the protein. And then it's French vanilla, Dutch chocolate, and cookies and cream. And she'll share with you how much that is because it's different for us in Chicago because of shipping and tax and whatever.
Yeah.
They like literally kill us with taxes. Big cities like that, right? So she'll give you that dollar amount. And then as you work behind the bar, anything that you make is to reinvest into that, getting that full stock. Okay.
Okay.
So, and it's super easy to make that right away. And you're consistently just reinvest. Like it's already separated for what goes back to us and what goes into your pocket. So it's super clear how to do that. All right.
Okay.
Any questions on that?
No, not yet.
Just trying to cover all of our bases. Okay.
No, good.
So that's pretty much all that I had to share about all those different steps. This is recorded, so if you have any questions or want to hear how I talked about anything, totally go back and watch it. And then I have a lot of resources for you guys in that Telegram chat. So after this, you can share with Jolena, like, hey, like, I listened to the call, like she gave me all the steps, my goals. So like listening to everything, would you want to start off part-time or full-time?
I think I want to start part-time to start.
Perfect. So just let her know, hey Joe, like I'm excited to start part-time. And then you can share with her too, like, you know, as I grow with you, like maybe in the future I want to work more. But right now you want to start as part-time. Okay?
Yeah.
So ask her to add you into the Telegram chat that we have. You can see all of the resources.
Okay.
And I'm about to send a video about how to invite to people, like when you're at the mall or at the grocery store, things like that. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. It was so good meeting you.
Thank you too.
I'm super excited to, in the wintertime, be on a beach somewhere for our vacations with the team with you, because I know you'll qualify. I believe the one that we're going to be starting is going to be like September. So we'll go in December.
Okay.
When it's cold, we go to a beach bird farm.
That'd be nice. Get out of the cold.
Yes. And then for sure I'll see you on the call Monday night. So it's at 8:30 for you guys. We just talk about business building, how to build that client base, some of the basics so that you feel confident when you go out there. All right?
Yeah.
All right, Sass. Any other questions or anything?
Not right now, but if I do, I can always shoot you a text, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Shoot it in that Telegram chat because Courtney and Devin might have the same questions. So it's great for them to see the question and the answer too.
Okay, perfect. Awesome.
All right, girl. Let me stop this recording.